All right. Good evening, everybody. I hope all of you are safe and sound in whichever city you are coming from. I can already see over 40, 45 now. 45 people already joined in. We'll wait for a couple of more minutes for people to join in. We are live on 7 Facebook pages, 2 Facebook groups, and a YouTube channel. Uh, it's a super freezing evening right here from Delhi, and I hope that I get some warmth in this conversation from Mumbai. I have somebody who is joining us from Mumbai, and I'll quickly, in few minutes, introduce that person to you. And today's discussion is about a creative new way of learning mathematics, and it's called cricket maths. I am good friends with Miss Fatima Agarkar, the founder of Agarkar Center of Excellence. And Fatima is deeply involved with cricket maths. And today it's going to be good learning exercise for all those parents who are in middle school. Often you complain that I come and talk only about high school stuff, and I do not talk about the middle school. So tonight is the night where you will get to learn a newer concept called cricket math. You will also get to hear a lot of stuff from me about middle school parenting and career counseling tips and areas around the middle school development of a child. Uh, I can see people already starting commenting, and the comment has started coming into my feed. Neeta Jadhav says, Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Neeta. Let me quickly go onto the Facebook page and see if there are people who have started commenting there. I can see, okay, super. I can see Rajni. I can see 7 other people who have joined in. My request to all of you is uh, if you are joining on Facebook, please do allow StreamYard to access your name. Otherwise, it does not show it in my feed. Please do that. Indrani Mukherjee, Sakina Bamal, Rajni Kumar Gaur, Neeru Srivastava, Neetu Verma. What is this with Ni? Neeta, Neeru, Neetu. Okay, super. All right, let me quickly introduce. Today I have Divesh Bathija. He is joining us from Mumbai, and he is a creative math expert with cricket maths. And I will quickly pull in Divesh onto the screen. And Divesh, hi, good evening. And you are live right now. How are you doing? How's the weather in Mumbai?
Good evening, and thanks for having me on this platform, Abhishek. The weather in Bombay is quite good. It's definitely better than before. Uh, Never been pleasant before. Thanks again.
Never been pleasant before. All right, super awesome. I am expected to be in Mumbai on 20th tomorrow. I'm flying into Pune, and I hope Pune and Mumbai treat me well because it's freezing cold here in Delhi. It's close to about
I'm
5 degrees
sure.
right now, and it's freezing cold.
Wow.
All right, so I can see comments already coming in. Neha Vaswani, Rashmi Rajor, Indrani Mukherjee, Minakshi Mohapatra, Sakina Bharmal, Rajni Kumar Gaur, and Neeta Jadhav. Your comments are already feeding in into my stream yard, and we are way above 200 right now. Let me quickly ask Divesh. Divesh, uh, all of us understand cricket. Okay, we all understand cricket. It's our second religion. I understand, fascination of Fatima with respect to cricket. I mean, after all, Ajit is her husband, and he comes from a cricketing fraternity. So I understand all that. I understand the fours and the sixes. Okay, I understand 4 plus 6 is going to be a 10. Okay, I definitely understand a leg by and a stumps. I do understand all that. I understand maths. I understand what is addition, multiplication, division, subtraction. I understand that. What I don't understand is what the heck is this cricket math? I mean, it is really fascinating terminology, and I want you to take this opportunity and tell me what is cricket math.
Well, honestly, it's all about relevance. When you talk about mathematics and in our entire education system, like you very correctly said, having addition, subtraction, operations, it's very easy for us to observe math in our daily life. But what is very important is that we need to see how these mathematical concepts are not just a part of calculations, they are a part of a decision-making process. So, like you see, every cricket match, like I've been a fan of this game right from my childhood. Like every Indian, I used to eat, sleep, and drink cricket as a typical religion, like you said. And I always wondered that, when I was in school, we did percentage, we did average, we did fractions, we did so many things, but we were never told that why are you using this in your daily life? What is the logic that you're actually going to use this in terms of when it comes to a cricket match? I'm sure if that would have been the case, and I would have loved to learn math a lot more in my school as well. Imagine if someone comes and tells you, I often ask this question, and I want all the viewers to actually, just imagine this situation. Okay, we all know what is the meaning of strike rate. We all know the meaning of a bowler taking wickets, but there's a question that I'd like all the viewers to, just give it a little bit of thought, and that is, and I think that might answer exactly what cricket math is. When a bowler takes 4 wickets in a particular match, we never say the bowler took 40% of the wickets. Why? Because there are only 10 wickets. I mean, in every match, it's only going to be 10 wickets. So you cannot have more. I mean, so whether you take 4 wickets, 5 wickets, 3 wickets, you're never going to say that in percentage. Why? Because at the end of it, all the wickets are out of 10. So if a bowler takes 5 wickets, it's 5 out of 10. If a bowler takes 3 wickets, it's 3 out of 10. On the contrary, if you look at a batsman, if the batsman has actually played for about, say, 100 balls and scored about 150 runs, while the other batsman would have scored, say, 70 runs in about 20 balls, now that's the time you actually need a strike rate that is in terms of percentage because the number of balls both the batsmen played were completely different. So that's where you start specifying that why do you need percentage in the first place. It's easier to just say that somebody scored 70 runs out of 20 balls while another scored 150 out of 100 balls, but the purpose of that strike rate determines that why do you need percentage in the first place. So bringing the logic and bringing the relevance back into the subject, that say, hey, if you're doing percentage, why do you need to do percentage, and what is the best way you can just reason that with your favorite game of cricket. And that is how cricket math came into existence.
All right. So that is how. So okay, I mean, this is really funny, Divesh. I am a career coach. I am a career counselor. At 10 o'clock at this ungodly hour in the night, there are 382 people listening to you right now. They come online only to listen to me every time I go live online. And believe you me, we did not market this event. We just posted today morning, and that's it. Because we knew that's the kind of traction we get. Uh, this is kind of funny. For me, world is divided into two halves. Okay, people who hate maths and people who do not love maths. Okay, I don't know if there are any people who love maths also. Okay, so this is kind of funny, but okay, you are one. You are one. Which one?
I love math.
Oh, yeah, you love maths. Okay. So I think the world is divided into two halves: people who hate maths and people who do not love maths. There is no third genre. Anyways, but having said that, I understand as a career coach and as a career counselor how important, how critical it is to keep mathematics till grade 12th. It is
Correct.
very, very important to understand that those kids who drop maths in grade 9 and 10, it is just not the right way. I mean, you definitely need to have maths till grade 12 because it enhances your analytical skills, it enhances your logical reasoning, and I'm sure there are multiple and zillion ways of making maths interesting. Some of the students who hate maths or who do not like maths is simply because their teachers didn't do the right job. It's not the job of the student to love maths, it's the job of the teacher to make students fall in love with maths. And I strongly believe in that. My question to you is, okay, before the question, you know what, I mean, this is really funny, and this happened sometime when I started my algebra. Okay, so every time there was this question, find the value of x. Okay, find the value of x, and I was like, why the hell do I need to find the value of X every time? So I wrote a letter, okay? It used to say, Dear mathematics, I'm sick and tired of finding your X. Just accept it that it's gone. Move on, dude. Just accept it, it's gone. So I used to, I hate mathematics, yeah. And here I'm doing an interview with a creative maths expert. This is funny. All right, super. Anyways, coming back to a serious topic, Divesh. Uh, I understand the way you at in cricket match you are trying to integrate the knowledge of the game, which is a religion in India. Every kid follows it, every kid understands it, and it's a great way of developing a passion for a sport as well as for a subject, which is so critical for success. Whether it is sciences, whether it is economics, even today, if you have to study psychology in some of the universities abroad, you will need mathematics till grade 12, right? So maths is very critical to be developed in high school. I understand that. I also understand there is a lot of analytics involved in cricket. When you said strike rate, even today when we look at IPL, I believe to understand that there are experts who are just called, who are the people who are into sports analytics. Their job is to only and only watch players, hour after hour, their recordings, how are they playing, at what angle they are keeping their bat, at what strike rate are they hitting, are they an offside player or an onside player, what is the lift they have for their bat. I understand all that. So analytics has definitely creeped into cricket over the years. Analytics is critical to mathematics. Um, do you drive cricket maths from the analytics of cricket or the analytics of maths? Which one of them is true?
I think it's a perfect combination. I would say it's a very interesting question that you actually put across. But before you said that, I'll answer a question which you kept writing letters about. Dear X, please move on. We've already found the value is gone. Let me tell you, every captain, whether it's IPL, whether it's international cricket, is constantly playing with an equation and is constantly finding the value of X once the match is going on. This is an interesting point, which I love sharing with all the viewers when you talk about cricket and math. Uh, let's say Virat Kohli is currently looking at, all the players. What's the average score of each and every player? And he plays an equation and he says, okay, hey, look, I think if we lose 2 wickets, we've got to up this player because this player's average is at least this much. Otherwise, our equation will go completely haywire. And that's how he writes the entire equation. When Ajit Agarkar was captaining for Mumbai, in Ranji. He must be doing the same thing. And that's what I love talking to him about. When I ask him that, what is the kind of equations that you would actually be using? And he said, hey, look, I don't actually go out with a paper and pen paper, but at the back of my mind, subconsciously, there's a lot of math that is being involved. And that's it. That being said, every game is full of equations. Every time you give a bowler when to bowl, at what position you are, you have various probabilities and various equations that come in over there and say that, hey, if this bowler gives X number of runs, then I have another bowler to back him up. But if he gives more than certain number of runs, then I have to put this particular bowler in place. So my equations are constantly changing. So, the value of X is always going to be important. So, never underestimate the value of X. So
I completely understand. I'm just having fun. I have so many of maths ones. I can't even tell you because I just couldn't handle it. Because possibly that time I didn't have something called cricket maths because I had an extreme interest in cricket, never in mathematics. Had there been cricket maths, then possibly I would have correlated. There's this funny thing that happened. They generally ask in mathematics. Do you have weird questions? The question is, you had 10 chocolates, you ate 9. How many of them are left? Come on. I mean, what is left is diabetes. It's what is there in the number, right? I mean, if you had 10 chocolates, you ate 9, you have sugar, right? I mean, you do not have to find out what. But, anyways, coming back to the serious topic, I understand uh, the passion with which you are coining the terminologies from the game into mathematics, and this is serious stuff, and I completely respect that. I also want to understand, and there are loads of comments coming in. I can see Aditi Khurana writing that I hated maths and I love drop dead. Ekta Agarwal says totally in love with maths. The only way to love maths is by doing it. 90% of maths phobia is created by parents. Yes, Ekta, you are so true. My question to you is, What is that right age for somebody to start on cricket maths?
I think anybody from grade three onwards is totally acceptable. They have the understanding of the game. They kind of get to know how the whole game performs, and they understand the concepts of maths. I think that's the right age for them to get started with it.
Okay. I respect that. And what are the core skills you are trying to incorporate in the students with cricket maths?
So the core idea would be to explore with them that first, of course, like I said, relevance, to understand that why are they doing these concepts. So like you said, most of the children don't like math because teachers don't really create that excitement in them because none of the children as of today actually get to know that why they're doing certain things. So let me tell you a very simple example. If you ask any child who's in middle school as of today, and they've been doing in whatever curriculum they are in, they may do fractions, they may do mixed fractions, they may do improper, they may do all sorts of fractions. But the minute you ask them what is the meaning of a mixed fraction, why is an improper fraction, they have no answer to it. They'll be able to solve it, but they'll not be able to justify why do they need to do it. So that's the first part. With the help of cricket math, we want to show them that every concept that you're studying actually has a realistic sense, and it actually makes some sense for you. That's the first thing. Second, we want to make them understand a decision making process. So no matter what you do, no matter which level of math you are in, ultimately the purpose of math is to make decisions. So you can make a reasonable decision only when you have mathematically evaluated whatever situation you are in. And what is the best game than cricket, where every ball there's a different challenge in front of you. So that kind of constantly keeps allowing a child to decide, okay, hey, my run rate is consistently increasing. Should I be asking for more singles? Should I be asking for more doubles? What am I supposed to do at this point in time? Should we be losing more wickets or should we be taking more shots? So all the decision that they're trying to take is going to be based on mathematical calculations. And third and the foremost is the most important part is the way they do design thinking. So if you see, the whole purpose of design thinking is derived from mathematics. What is design thinking? It's all about finding a solution for every problem. So when you're in a match, every over is a problem and you've got to find a solution to it. So how do you approach that? What kind of deliveries do you need to do? And like you mentioned, that how there are analysts who are so deep into cricket as of today, when they study each and every batsman, they study, like you said, their weaknesses, their strengths. So then the bowlers or the other opponent team actually can prepare in a much more structured manner, and then they have a proper strategy in place. That again, entire strategy is a part and parcel of design thinking. So all this process that a child actually goes through is all mathematically driven. If you see carefully, every single thing, I actually tell, I mean, I've divided this entire concept into three different parts. One is what happens before the match. So what is the math involved in it? So in terms of selection, in terms of getting the right players, depending on which country they're going to be playing, who's going to be playing, what is the kind of lineup that you need. Every country will have different conditions, so the captain will have to pick his choose accordingly. So that's very important. There's a lot of math when the match is going on currently, and that itself, that is when the player is constantly standing on the field and using a lot of calculations in his mind, that hey, what is the next over going to look like, what's the next ball going to look like. Every single ball is a lot of calculation happening, and whether we like it or we don't like it, even as a spectator, whether we don't directly say it, but when we are watching India chasing down a certain match, we are constantly thinking in our mind, "Ab kitne runs chahiye every over? Now, how many runs do we need every over? Or we missed out on a certain." We don't sit down and calculate it, but it just comes in naturally, and that is what I call it as subconscious learning. And the third is after the match gets over. So, how does the team actually analyze their performance in terms of mathematics? So, what went good, what went wrong, and how could they improve in the next match? And everything over there also involves a lot of math. So, three different parts: pre, during, and post. These three concepts, when you divide them, and when we try to take children for a virtual tour, I think kids have enjoyed it the most by visiting different stadiums across the globe, especially during this lockdown. Children sitting anywhere, whether they're in UAE, they're in India, or in Sri Lanka, they've been traveling to Lords and going to the different stadiums and understanding the math applied over there. And what would have happened if math would have not been applied in that stadium? It is one of the most beautiful experiences that children have actually experienced.
Wow. I was not aware there is some maths applied even in creation of a stadium. Man, I am
Of course.
so mathematically handicapped, I can't tell you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Divesh Bathija. And today we are discussing about a unique way of learning mathematics, and that's called cricket maths, which is coming, you know, really innovatively in increasing and making mathematics more understanding for your child. Please understand, as a career counselor, I come live and talk to hundreds of you, month after month, week after week, day after day. um, my suggestion to all of you is, if you cannot develop your mathematical skills in the middle and the high school, life is a struggle. Whether it is going to a college, whether it is studying humanities, commerce, or sciences, maths is critical. And if any career counselor says mathematics is not critical, either that person doesn't know career counseling or he doesn't know reality. Maths is important for life. It's so unique to understand the maths is not about numbers, equations, computations, or algorithms. It is all about understanding. And the reason why I requested cricket maths people, folks, to come and help all the high school moms and the middle school moms to understand about their unique way of teaching is simply because if your child hates mathematics, it's not problem with his maths. It is the problem of his understanding about maths. You solve the understanding part, and maths will be a roller coaster, smooth but yet exciting roller coaster ride for your child. And that's the reason why you need to go out there, Google about cricket math, Google about Divesh Bhatija, Google about Fatima Agarkar, who is a very good friend and doing a phenomenal, super awesome job in making children aware about cricket maths, in making children aware about the right choices, in parenting the parents. We did a session with Fatima Agarkar earlier this year where she told a lot of things about how to handle a teenager, because she herself has one at home, I understand. Uh, so it's super awesome. And Fatima is a great friend. Divesh, my last question to you. Is it possible to learn cricket maths online? I know you told me about the virtual tours you're doing in the stadiums, about the stadiums and understanding the mathematics involved there. But do you have your batches running online, or how does it work? Is it a batch system, cohort system? How does it work?
So we have a batches running online, and we have a batch as well as we have individual mentoring, depending on what a child really prefers. Because at the end of the day, we want the child to open up and ask as many questions as possible. So our individual mentoring programs, our group boot camps that we keep organizing, all of them are currently online, keeping in mind the current situation. And we're pretty hopeful in 2021, once things open up, we should be available offline as well. But for the time being, it's completely online, and all the kids, no matter where they are and whatever their level of interest is in, whether they don't like too much of cricket, we don't get involved into too much of technicalities, because at the end of it is to show them that how math actually is applied in a game of cricket, so that we try to make it easy for them to understand in a game of cricket as math. I'm sure it becomes more of an interesting and a challenging motive as well. So we run a lot of programs for that kind of kids as well. And for ones who kind of, fear the subject or have that kind of phobia, I think it's a perfect combination, because you can actually see or answer a very important question, that why am I doing this in the first place? It is very important. Most of the kids do not know why are they doing decimals, why are they doing percentage, why are they doing fractions, profit and loss. They need to know that why, and that is where cricket math gives them a reason and brings back the relevance of the subject.
Wow. All right. So that's Divesh Bhatija, ladies and gentlemen, creative math expert with cricket maths. And my request to all of you is, parents, if your child hates mathematics, please take it from me. It is not a problem of maths, it's a problem of understanding of maths. And cricket maths is definitely trying to solve that problem by bringing in an innovative concept of making your child fall in love with maths. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining in. Thank you, Divesh, for joining in from Mumbai. Please convey my regards to Fatima and Ajit. And it was lovely having you on board with almost 400 people listening to you at an ungodly hour of 10 o'clock. I think you made your point. People were interested. and they will definitely go out there and search more about cricket maths on Google. Please take care,
Thank you so
stay home,
much.
guys, stay safe. While you are safe, you can keep others safe, including your family. Until next time, this is Abhishek Gupta signing off. Good night. God bless.
Good night.